My friend, have you ever found yourself standing in the kitchen, holding a heavy pot, only to realize that your arms are steady, but your legs start to tremble? Or maybe while walking through the grocery store, halfway down the aisle, your calves tighten up and you have to stop by the shelf just to catch your breath. These little moments often bring a quiet worry. Am I still steady enough to walk on my own? I've heard so many of my patients over 60 share the same concern. They don't fear gray hair and they don't mind wrinkles. What troubles them most is the thought of losing freedom in their steps. One grandmother once told me, "Doctor, I'm not sad about being old. What saddens me is that I just want to hold my grandchild's hand and walk to the park, but my legs won't let me anymore." Many people are quick to conclude that this is simply part of aging. But after decades of working with older adults, I've learned that age is not always the real reason. Often, the body is simply missing a small but vital piece, a vitamin or a mineral, and that tiny deficiency is enough to make the whole system of muscles, bones, and nerves slow down. Science has confirmed this as well. Muscles, nerves, and bones cannot work smoothly when nutrients are lacking. The signals from your brain to your legs slow down, your muscles don't contract as strongly, circulation weakens, and suddenly every step feels like a challenge. Yet when those nutrients are restored, the legs often respond quickly, as if new energy has been poured back into an old but faithful machine. I want you to imagine a different picture. Instead of fearing the stairs, you rise confidently, you walk through your garden, or you even dance with your partner at a family celebration. Those small moments of joy are actually freedom, the very essence of life that strong, steady legs can bring. And right now, I'm going to share with you the essential vitamins and minerals. 10 small but powerful pieces that can completely transform the strength in your legs and the confidence in every step you take. 1. Vitamin D, the silent muscle activator. Part 1. The problem and a real story. Many people believe shaky legs or difficulty climbing stairs is simply a part of aging, but in reality, vitamin D deficiency is one of the most common causes. I once had a patient in his 70s, a retired construction worker, who told me the hardest part for him wasn't the back pain or the stiff joints. It was losing the confidence to take a simple walk around his neighborhood. After running tests, we found his vitamin D levels were very low. We started proper supplementation and encouraged short walks outside in the morning sun. Just a few weeks later, he returned with a smile. "Doctor, it feels like someone switched the power back on in my legs." Part 2. The expert's view in the solution science shows that vitamin D does more than strengthen bones. It also activates muscle fibers, sharpens reflexes, and improves balance. After 60, most people cannot get enough from sunlight, salmon, eggs, or fortified milk. That's why doctors often recommend 800 to 2000 IU per day, especially if you've had a fall, muscle pain, or feel unsteady in your feet. Once vitamin D levels are restored, the change is clear. Lighter steps, steadier posture, and above all, the freedom to do what you love. From walking in your garden, to carrying groceries with confidence, to dancing with your partner at a family gathering. Calcium is often known as the mineral that keeps bones strong. But what many don't realize is that calcium also acts as the spark that allows muscles to contract and relax smoothly. I once treated a woman in her mid-60s who complained that her legs were both weak and achy, to the point where just a short walk left her needing to sit down. After testing, we discovered she had a severe calcium deficiency, along with osteoporosis. Once she began proper calcium supplementation, just a few months later, she returned and told me with relief, "Now I can stroll around my garden without fearing a broken bone." After age 60, your calcium needs rise to about 1,200 milligrams per day. Without enough, your body borrows calcium from your bones, leaving them fragile and prone to fractures or spinal compression. But when calcium is restored through dairy, leafy greens, tofu, or supplements combined with vitamin D, the difference is not only visible on scans, but also felt in everyday life. Less pain in your legs, steadier balance, and stronger strides with every step. 3. Vitamin B12, the guardian of nerves and balance. English. Have you ever felt tingling in your feet or moments where your legs don't seem to follow your brain's command? That may be a sign of vitamin B12 deficiency. I once had a 68-year-old patient who told me, "Doctor, sometimes it feels like my brain says walk, but my legs don't get the message in time." Tests showed he was severely low in B12. After starting the right form of supplementation, just a few weeks later, he returned with a more confident smile. "Now I walk steadily without the fear of falling." Vitamin B12 is crucial for maintaining the protective sheath around your nerves, allowing signals from the brain to reach the legs quickly and clearly. Older adults are especially prone to deficiency due to reduced stomach acid or long-term use of certain medications like diabetes or acid-reducing drugs. A safe and effective dose is usually around 500 to 1,000 micrograms per day, often taken as sublingual tablets or lozenges. Once B12 levels are restored, you'll notice steadier steps, quicker reflexes, and legs that no longer feel disconnected. 4. Magnesium, the cramp calming mineral. Have you ever been jolted awake at night by a painful leg cramp, the kind that seizes your calf and leaves you gasping? One of my patients, a woman in her 70s, told me she dreaded bedtime because of those sudden spasms that robbed her of sleep. After testing, we discovered she was low in magnesium, the mineral that allows muscles to relax. With proper supplementation, she later told me, "Now I can finally sleep through the night without fearing the pain." Magnesium regulates the electrical impulses in your muscles, ensuring they contract and release smoothly. Older adults often fall short due to diets low in greens and seeds, or from medications that deplete magnesium. A safe supplement range is usually 200 to 400 milligrams per day. Natural sources include leafy greens, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and whole grains. Once magnesium is replenished, you'll notice fewer cramps, less fatigue in your legs, and a more peaceful night's sleep. 5. Potassium, the muscle balancer. Have you ever noticed your legs trembling, cramping during a walk, or running out of stamina too quickly? A 72-year-old gentleman once told me, "Doctor, just a few laps around the park and my legs feel as heavy as lead." Tests revealed he was low in potassium, the mineral that keeps muscles and nerves working smoothly. After adjusting his diet with bananas, sweet potatoes, and even a little coconut water, he later returned with a smile. "Now I can walk comfortably without worrying about sudden cramps." Potassium helps maintain fluid balance in cells, supports steady heart rhythm, and ensures muscles contract efficiently. Seniors are more likely to be deficient, especially if they take diuretics or blood pressure medication. Foods rich in potassium, bananas, avocados, oranges, spinach, sweet potatoes, and white beans, are excellent natural sources. Supplements, however, should be used carefully, since improper doses can harm the heart and kidneys. When potassium levels are balanced, you'll notice better stamina, smoother movements, and fewer cramps or tremors in your legs. 6. Vitamin K, the silent protector of bones. Many older adults take calcium and vitamin D for bone health, but overlook vitamin K. I once treated a woman in her 70s who drank milk and took calcium supplements faithfully, yet still suffered from joint pain and worsening osteoporosis. After reviewing her diet, I noticed she ate almost no leafy greens, the richest source of vitamin K. Once she added spinach, kale, and small amounts of fermented foods, her bone and joint health showed real improvement. Vitamin K acts like the body's traffic controller. It directs calcium to the right places, into the bones and teeth, instead of letting it settle in the arteries. There are two main types, K1 from leafy greens and K2 from fermented foods, eggs, and liver. Seniors are often low in vitamin K due to low vegetable diets or fat restrictions. When vitamin K is restored, bones become stronger, joints feel more flexible, and the risk of fractures and arterial calcification is reduced. However, anyone taking blood-thinning medication should always consult their doctor before supplementing. 7. Vitamin B6, the energy and recovery vitamin. Have you ever taken a short walk only to feel exhausted or notice that your muscles ache for days after light activity? A 66-year-old man once told me, "Doctor, I used to walk a mile without trouble, but now just a few blocks leave me drained." Tests revealed he was low in vitamin B6, a key nutrient for energy metabolism and muscle recovery. After proper supplementation, he returned with a brighter spirit. "Now I feel life back in my body. Walking no longer wears me out." Vitamin B6 plays a central role in converting food into usable energy, supporting the nervous system, and aiding muscle repair. Older adults often absorb less of B6, especially if they take medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or arthritis. Good food sources include salmon, turkey, potatoes, bananas, and fortified cereals. The recommended intake for seniors is typically 1.5 to 2 milligrams per day. With adequate B6, you'll experience steadier energy, clearer thinking, and faster recovery in your legs after activity. 8. Collagen, strength for joints and muscles. A 69-year-old woman once told me, "Doctor, I don't dare squat in my garden anymore. My knees crack and hurt whenever I try." After further evaluation, we found she was lacking collagen, the key protein that keeps cartilage, tendons, and muscles resilient. With collagen peptides added to her routine and a diet richer in protein, just a few months later she happily reported, "My joints feel more flexible now. I can bend down and garden without the sharp pain." Collagen makes up a large part of cartilage, tendons, and skin. As we age, natural collagen production drops sharply, leading to stiff joints, weaker muscles, and sagging skin. For adults over 60, daily supplementation with collagen peptides, usually 5 to 10 grams per day, along with vitamin C-rich foods to boost absorption, can make a real difference. With collagen restored, joints move more smoothly, aches lessen, muscles feel stronger, and everyday activities become easier and more enjoyable. 9. Omega-3, the lubricant for joints and blood vessels. A 71-year-old gentleman once told me, "Doctor, my knees feel so stiff every morning. I have to massage them for a long time before I can even walk." Looking at his diet, I noticed he ate almost no fatty fish or seed oils. Key sources of omega-3. After adding salmon, sardines, and flaxseed oil to his routine, just a few months later he happily said, "Now I get up in the morning and move much easier. The pain in my joints is so much less." Omega-3 fatty acids are natural anti-inflammatories. They reduce stiffness and pain in the joints while keeping blood vessels flexible and circulation smooth. Seniors often lack omega-3 because of diets low in fish and high in processed foods. The best sources are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, or plant sources like flaxseed and chia seeds. If fish is not eaten regularly, supplements of about 1,000 milligrams per day can help. With enough omega-3, joints feel looser, the heart stays healthier, and the whole body feels more energized. 10. Coenzyme Q10. Energy for every cell. A gentleman in his 70s once told me, "Doctor, I used to walk fast, but now after just a few minutes I feel winded, my heart races, and it's as if my battery is drained." Testing showed he had very low levels of coenzyme Q10, the compound that fuels energy production in cells. After starting the right Q10 supplement, a few months later he returned happily saying, "Now I feel like I've been refueled. Walking or gardening no longer wears me out." Coenzyme Q10 is naturally found in nearly every cell, with the highest levels in the heart, muscles, and brain. After age 60, the body's production of Q10 declines significantly, leading to fatigue and reduced stamina. Older adults, especially those taking statin medications for cholesterol, are at greater risk of deficiency. Common supplementation is 100 to 200 milligrams per day, usually in oil-based capsules for better absorption. With Q10 restored, the body feels recharged, the heart pumps stronger, muscles feel more resilient, and every step is filled with renewed energy. My friend, we've just covered the 10 essential nutrients, from vitamin D, B12, calcium, and magnesium, to collagen and coenzyme Q10. Each one is a small piece of the puzzle, and when they come together, they form the full picture of strong legs and a resilient body. I know that after 60, many people accept weakness and imbalance as something natural. But the truth is, your body still has an amazing ability to restore itself, if you give it what it needs. Just a small change in your diet, a daily supplement, or a short walk in the morning sun can make the difference between feeling limited and moving freely with confidence. So imagine this. One morning, you open the door, breathe in fresh air, and your legs carry you firmly forward. You can go to the market, stroll through your garden, or hold your grandchild's hand as you walk to the park. Those simple joys are true freedom, and they begin with the care you give yourself today. If this video resonated with you, share your story in the comments, because when each of us speaks, our whole community grows stronger. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next piece of valuable health advice. Aging is not about losing. It's about learning to care for yourself with wisdom, patience, and kindness. Strong steps, peaceful life.